and good morning, everyone. If you have the blocks or paper towels, that may be helpful. The chair may be helpful today. A strap will definitely be helpful today. So any old belt or pet leash, anything like that will be helpful at the beginning of class. And go ahead, and if you are comfortable lying down on your back for a few moments, do that to just kind of let go of the week. Can you believe that Labor Day was just 3 days ago? It seems like a lot longer than that, but take a few moments just to clear your mind of any clutter that you may be holding on to, and find some gratitude in your heart for whatever you have been served this week, whatever you have experienced this morning. Find gratitude, acknowledge that life is not always easy, but we are grateful for life itself. And just begin to notice your breath. Notice a smooth inhale and a smooth exhale. Maybe give your breath a little bit of texture. Maybe seal your lips and get a little constriction at the back of your throat if that serves you. And notice how your lungs expand on your inhale and release on your exhale. And notice how on your inhale, your lungs wrap around your heart, support your heart. And on your exhale, release. Breathing in and out. Now bring your attention to your heart and imagine the blood as it moves through your heart, carrying healing oxygen. And also carrying love and compassion and kindness and gratitude throughout your body. And breathe in and out. And when you are ready, come up to a seat, either on your chair or on your mat, whatever sounds good to you today. Just come to an easy seat, maybe with your legs crossed, maybe with your legs in what we call Badakanasana, butterfly. That may be a little harder to sustain, but if you do that, maybe you put the paper towels or the blocks underneath your knees for support. I kind of prefer the crossed legs, so I'm going to do that. Or you can go in your chair and take your hands to your knees and take a straight spine, pull your belly in, proud heart forward, tuck your tail a little bit and drop your shoulders down, lift your head, straight gaze forward, inhale, and exhale, drop your chin to your chest and pause for a moment just to get the space on the back of your neck. Spine stays straight. but your neck curls forward. And inhale, right ear to right shoulder, and roll that out and get some space on the left side of your neck. Maybe you want to just roll your head gently up and down, get a little mobility there. And with each roll, maybe just go a tiny bit further. Roll it up and down with your right ear down. That's kind of challenging for me. And inhale back to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Get that space first in the right side of your neck. Breathe into that. And then maybe gaze up and down. Gently try to work out some of the kinks in your cervical spine. Maintain a straight rest of your spine. And bring your head back up. Take an inhale and an exhale. Now take your hands and start to make some figure of eights with your wrists, just to mobilize that. We use our wrists a lot in yoga. We also use our wrists a lot in life. And start to bring a little mobility to your wrists. If you've got your strap, grab that. That may be helpful in a moment. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. I'm going to take my left arm behind my back. The palm is facing away from my back. And you can stay here, or maybe you start to creep. I said left, didn't I? I meant to say right because I'm opposite of you guys. Anyway, take your arm and you may want to creep it up towards the middle of your spine. And that may not be possible, but if it is, then try that. Otherwise, keep it down there. Now take your other arm, I'm going to say your left, and take the strap and fling it over your back and pat yourself on the back. And lift your elbow close to your left ear. Maybe you even connect with that strap. Maybe push your head into your left arm, your upper arm. So this is Gomukasana arms. Push your head into your left arm. Push back. Get that stretch in your left triceps. And it's also working your right shoulder. One more breath in. And then slowly release that. And maybe just kind of shake it out. And now take your left hand, bend it, and with the palm is facing away from your back, and just put it on your waist. And that's fine. If that doesn't work, just take it where it does work. But as close as you can, and then maybe bend it up towards in between your shoulders, or maybe not. And then take your right hand, flip that strap over and make a connection. Push the back of your head into your right forearm. Find that Gomukasana arms. And maybe eventually you'll even be able to connect your hands, or maybe we'll never get there. We don't want to be violent. We don't want to overdo. We don't want to judge if that's not something that we can aspire to, but get that stretch. And release that. Nice work, guys. And just kind of wiggle it out. Good job. And we will do our Y for C spine warm up. So either seated in your chair or seated on your mat. Today I'll go for my mat, but chair is certainly fully accessible. Hands on your knees. Take a moment to center your rib cage over your hips and your shoulders over your rib cage, and lift through the crown of your head. And take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, seated cow. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chin. Maybe gaze up at the ceiling. Stick your tailbone out. Create that U shape in your spine. Nothing crazy. One more inhale. And exhale, cat pose. Roll your shoulders forward. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Draw your chin to your chest. Now we've got a C spine in our vertebrae. Create that space in the back of your spine. Inhale, seated mountain pose. Straight spine, lift your fingertips straight up, spin your pinkies in. Place your biceps right alongside your head as much as you can. Knit your shoulder blades together and down your back. Pull your belly in. Gaze forward. One more inhale. And exhale, take your right hand down next to your hip. Inhale, reach your left arm straight up to the ceiling. And exhale, side bend to the right. Rotate your heart up so your entire torso is in one line. Reach towards the right side. Bend your right elbow as much as you need to. Gaze can be up towards your elbow, down towards your right hand, or anywhere in between. Get that side bend. Ground both of your sits bones down. So left and right sits bones are down on your mat or your chair. Inhale, seated mountain, back to center. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, reach up with your right, and exhale, side bend to the left. And rotate your heart up. Arm is right next to your head as much as you can get it. Reach off to the left side. Ground into both of your sits bones. Maybe roll your head or keep it still. Gaze up, down, or anywhere in between. Inhale, mountain pose, back to center. Exhale, left hand to right knee and right hand behind. Inhale, lift through the crown of your head, and exhale, twist to the right. Straight spine. Crown of your head is forward or is lifted on the inhale. On the exhale, twist. Pull your belly in, make a little more room for the stretch. Drop your shoulders down, maybe gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center, right hand on left knee and left hand behind. Lift and straighten. Exhale, side bend or twist, side twist to the left. Straight spine. On your inhale, get a little longer vertically. On your exhale, twist. I need to get a little longer vertically. I had to get a height measurement and I've lost an inch. So I'm sure I'm not the only one in that position. So let's grow a little more vertically on our inhales and twist, get a little more flexible on our exhales. And inhale back to center and exhale. And we'll flow that, linking breath to movement. Always interesting, but we can do it. I know we can do it. So start with let's change the cross of our legs. If you are seated on your mat and hands on your knees. Inhale, seated cow, lift your chin, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, cat, round and curl. Inhale, seated mountain, raise your arms. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right arm forward or right arm back. Inhale, lift through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist. Inhale, right hand, left knee. Exhale, and inhale, lift through the crown of your head. And exhale, twist left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale. Breath in and out. Nice job. I usually repeat that twice, but I'm not going to today, and I can't explain why, just prerogative. So if you are on your mat, take the soles of your feet together. We call this bound angle or Badakanasana. You can have your feet further away or closer, doesn't matter. You may take your blocks or your paper towels underneath if you'd like. If you are seated in your chair, you can do it. You can just bring your soles of your feet together while you're seated. And we're going to take a little forward fold. And it's important to keep a straight spine. So on your inhale, lift your heart and draw your chest forward. And on your exhale, fold. So a straight spine as much as we can. That protects our lumbar vertebrae from weakening. But this does provide flexibility in your hips, in your adductor muscles here, your inner thigh muscles. Maybe you take your elbows and kind of gently push into your knees, not directly on your knees, of course, we never do that. Maybe you grab your feet and with every inhale, pull your heart towards the front of your mat, and as you exhale, fold. And inhale, rise back up. Come to tabletop on your mat, all fours. And if you do want something underneath your knees, that is okay. That's fine to do. I like to have the chair at the top of my mat so I can use that for balance. We'll be doing our Sun A and our standing series in a few minutes. So come to tabletop, your hands and knees, and aim to push the palms of your hands into your mat to really activate. And inhale, draw your right toe back and straighten your right leg and push your right heel. Get that stretch on the back of your right leg. And we're going to do our bird dogs. So one more inhale, lift your right foot and exhale, chin to chest, or elbow to nose, knee to nose, that's what I'm trying to say, knee to nose. And curl it in and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Maybe you add your left arm on the send back. Inhale, send it back. Maybe left arm reaches forward. Exhale, knee to elbow or knee to nose. Do what serves you. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. And exhale, tabletop. That's not easy, but that's great for our core. It also works our back muscles, so it's great. Core is 360. Okay, left leg back, toes on your mat. Push into your left heel. Look down in between your hands. Get that stretch on the back of your left leg. Inhale, lift your left heel. Exhale, knee to nose. And it's a little longer hold this first time for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Maybe you add extension of the right hand. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. And exhale, tabletop. So that was great. Good job. If anybody needs to grab a sip of water, you guys know I'm stingy and I rarely let you take your sip of water, but I wanted to introduce the concept of Chaturanga. You may have heard of that, or you may have done those in other yoga classes. Generally, we do not do Chaturangas in our Yoga for Cancer classes. It's a lot of strain on your arms, can be strain on your shoulders, and if they're not done properly, that can be a problem. However, what is a Chaturanga? It's just a transition. And in this time of transition, I thought, well, we can find an alternative. We don't have to do our yogi push-ups, but we can do an alternative to make transitions. And so this alternative Chaturanga, I'll just quickly demonstrate a Chaturanga that you may have seen is high plank, tip forward, bend your elbows to low plank, then inhale, upward facing dog. You flip your toes, straighten your arms, and then exhale, downward facing dog. So here's our alternative, is begin in tabletop, and you can go step back to plank if you want, or stay in tabletop. Bend your elbows, keep them pinned in, and come down to your mat, and inhale, cobra pose. Press the tops of your feet into your mat, lift your chest, and push gently into your hands. And exhale, push all the way up through tabletop, or you can go to child's pose. So we'll just have a little fun with that, doing a Chaturanga. Start in tabletop, hands and knees. Option to go onto your toes, but I'm going to stay on my knees. Take an inhale, tip forward, and bend your knees, bend your elbows, keep them pinned in, and come down to your belly. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders, untuck your toes, lift your heart, cobra pose. Push just a little bit into your mat. Exhale, lower and push back up to tabletop and maybe child's pose. Spread your knees, drop your chest in between your legs. Maybe extend your arms forward. Get the stretch on your shoulders, on your upper and lower back, on your hips. And when you're ready, come back to tabletop. And we'll try this one more time, and we will visit this probably again next week. So don't worry if you're not getting it. Do not do anything that is going to be painful or challenging. And maybe you can let Lisa know if you had a terrible experience today with these alternative chaturangas. But anyway, we're just trying something different. So from tabletop, tip forward, bend your elbows, come down to your chest, straighten your legs, untuck your toes, inhale, cobra pose, lift your chest, exhale, lower, inhale, back to tabletop, and exhale, child's pose. 3 breaths in child's pose. 3, 2, and 1, back to tabletop. So good. All right, our sun salutation, I should say, starting again from tabletop. Inhale, send your right leg back, lift your heel, and exhale, bend your right leg, put your right foot in between your hands. Inhale, take your hands to your right knee, and I'm falling over today. How about that? So maybe you guys are falling over too, I don't know. You can tuck or untuck your back foot, take your hands to your right knee, lift your heart, draw your shoulder blades down, away from your ears. Inhale, lift your arms up, biceps right alongside your ears. Take a breath in. And exhale, take your hands down to your mat or your blocks or your chair. Ground into your left hand. Inhale, easy twist to the right. So send your right arm straight up to the ceiling, as straight as you can get it. Stack your right wrist over your right shoulder, over your left shoulder, over your left wrist. Strong legs. Maybe send your gaze up. One more inhale. Exhale, take your right hand down, tuck your back toes. Inhale, lift your back knee, and exhale, step in between your hands and come all the way up. Inhale, mountain pose. Take a moment in mountain. Tuck your tail, ground into your feet, maybe lift and spread your toes on your mat, shoulders down, spin your pinkies in. One more inhale and exhale, hands to heart center. Breath in and out. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up. Rotate your palms out. Exhale, swan dive. Bend your knees. Bring your hands down to your chair, your blocks, or your mat. Bend your knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back with your right foot and put your right knee down. Inhale, look forward. exhale to tabletop. Breath in and breath out. Option for Chaturanga. So from your knees, tip forward, bend your elbows and straighten your legs. Keep your elbows close to your sides. Go all the way down to the floor, the mat with your chest. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, child's pose. Breath in and out. Inhale, back to tabletop. We'll do it with our left leg now. Inhale, left leg back. Lift your left heel, drop your left hip down. Exhale, bend your left foot, place it in between your hands. And gradually find your way to your left knee with your hands. Roll your shoulders down, lift your heart, spread your collarbones, look for flexibility of your right psoas, that right front of your right leg, your quads, your hip flexors. And you can stay here or maybe inhale, raise your arms up. Shoulders down, look forward. One more inhale and exhale. Take your hands down to your mat, still with your kneel. Ground into your right hand. Inhale, easy twist, left. So scissor your thighs together for stability. Stack your left wrist right over your left shoulder, coming down to your right shoulder, coming down to your right wrist. Gaze wherever it serves you today. Create expanse in that wingspan. And exhale, take your right hand down. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, lift your back knee. And exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, raise all the way up to mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. Breath in and out. Inhale, mountain, lift it up. Rotate your palms out. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive. Bring your hands down to chair, blocks, or mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back left. Put your left knee down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, tabletop. One more chance for Chaturanga. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, bend your arms, straighten your knees. Keep your arms pinned into your sides. Drop down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your heart just a little. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop. Push into your mat. And exhale, child's pose. 3 breaths in child's pose. In and out. One more breath in and out. I guess we get one more in and out. And come back up to tabletop. And come up to a standing position. How are you guys doing? Hopefully well. I'll hear later. I hope I'll hear later. So just a little standing series because we've done a lot in the frontal plane. So a little bit in the side plane. So hands at heart center at the top of your mat. Breath in and out. Breath in And on your exhale, ground into your right foot, step back with your left foot about 2 feet, and left foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Right foot points straight forward. Pause to put your hands on your rib cage and turn it so it's also square with the long edge of your mat. Take a bend in your right leg and straighten it. And bend. Find warrior two. Extend your arms forward and back. Right arm forward, left arm back. Your arms should be parallel to the floor. I get to cheat now. I'm seeing my back arm was a little dropped, so I'm going to correct that. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Put your hands on your rib cage. Slide your right hand down the front of your right thigh for triangle pose. Keep your heart lifted. Maybe send your left hand straight up to the ceiling. Maybe you even want to take your front arm and push, take a little gentle nudge on your inner right thigh to twist your heart up. Maybe you send your gaze up, maybe it goes down, whatever works for you. Take your left hand to your left hip, take a bend in your right leg, and sweep your right arm up and over. Find reverse warrior. Drop your left shoulder down. This is a side bend. It's not a back bend. Reach your fingertips towards the back. Breath in and out. One more inhale. And exhale, sweep your right arm forward, back to your rib cage. Inhale. And exhale, step your left foot forward. Take a breath in. Take our hands to heart center, Samastitihi, and out. One more breath in and out. Other side. Little soft bend in your knees. Inhale. And on your exhale, bring your weight towards your left foot and step back with your right foot. Take your hands on your rib cage. Turn your rib cage so it faces the right side of your mat. It's square. Take a bend in your left leg and straighten it. Take a bend and extend your arms forward and back, warrior two. Your gaze is forward through the middle finger of your left hand. Swing your right hip back. Lift through the crown of your head. Pull your left knee towards the pinky side of your left foot. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten your front knee and put your hands on your hips. Exhale, take your left hand down the front of your left thigh. Spin your heart open. Triangle pose. Bump your hips back. Lift your heart. Maybe lift your right arm. Maybe lift your gaze. Create that wingspan again. Option to come inside your front thigh to twist your heart up. Imagine your entire body is in one plane. Put your right hand on your right hip and inhale, sweep your left arm up and over and take a bend in your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach with your left arm to the back of the room. Create space in between your rib cage and your pelvis. Drop your right shoulder down. One more inhale. And exhale, take your left arm down. Inhale and exhale, step forward, hands at heart center, breath in and out. These poses are difficult to do, slow, but they are building bone. Most of us have to have a little bit of osteopenia or some bone loss, not enough to call osteoporosis, but the stress of weight-bearing exercise will help with osteopenia and stabilize your bones. So it's tough to do, but it's important. So we're going to flow that sequence, the side bend sequence, linking breath to movement. If I'm too fast, you just go at your own pace. But we'll do this one more time, just more for flexibility. So hands at heart center, stand up the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, step back with your left leg. Take a bend in your right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two, right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, straighten your front knee, left hand on your hip. Exhale, triangle pose. Take your right hand down and tip forward. Maybe send your left arm up. Inhale, bend your right knee, right hand sweeps up and over. Reverse warrior. Exhale, sweep it down, step forward, hands to heart center. Breath in and out. Inhale. And on your exhale, step back with your right foot. Take a bend with your left knee and straighten. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, straighten your left knee. Exhale, triangle, right hand to your hip, left hand down, spin your heart up. Inhale, bend your front leg, reverse warrior, sweep your left palm up and over. And exhale, sweep it down, step forward, hands to heart center, Samastitihi, breath in and out. One more breath in and out. Nice work, guys. Our balance is going to be kind of a combination of, balance and a little more strength. Then we'll come down to our mat. So we start with mountain pose. Hands parallel, feet parallel. And exhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, tuck your tail. Bring your hands to heart center, or you can bring your hands to your thighs, or you can go for chair plane with your arms straight behind you. Aim your knees in the same direction as your foot. Tuck your tail. Inhale, sweep up, mountain pose. Release your quads. Boy, do I feel that. Exhale, chair plane. Sweep your arms back, or to heart center, or to your thighs. Inhale, mountain pose. Maybe add a tiptoe. So I'm up on my tiptoes. That's challenging. Exhale, chair plane. Sweep your arms back, bend your knees. Inhale, tiptoe mountain. Reach. Exhale, chair plane. One more each way. Inhale, tiptoe mountain. Exhale, chair plane. And back to Samasthiti, hands at heart center, and prance that out. Prance and dance. Nice work. All right, we will come down to our mat or our chair. If that serves you to be in your chair, I am going to go to my mat again. And this is for seated pigeon pose. So actually the pigeon in your seat is great. If you're on your mat, bend your left leg and cross your right ankle over your left thigh and lean back. And get the stretch in your outer right hip. So on your mat, on your chair, that looks like this. And with the chair, you can lean forward. On your mat, you can reach forward, lift your heart towards your shin. If you really want to be fancy, you can extend your left leg and take the sole of your right foot in the crook of your left elbow and kind of cradle your, this is your right leg. Keep your shin parallel, nice straight spine. But either one is okay. And just be grateful for whatever we can accomplish here on our mat. Whatever our body gives us today is better than being in a wheelchair. Few more breaths, either the cradling or the seated pigeon. And hip openers bring out emotions, which is really a good thing to release. And then wherever you are, straighten your left leg and cross your right ankle now over your leg. If that doesn't work, just do it inside your left leg. If you have the flexibility, cross it over to the outside of your left leg. Nice straight spine. Grab onto your right knee with your left elbow. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist to the right. If you're on your chair, this is what it looks like. So you just cross your legs, do whatever is best for you. And we'll hold that for 3. Shoulders down, 2, and 1. Back to center. Extend your right leg now and bend it. Maybe cross your left ankle over your right thigh and lean back for the seated pigeon. Flex your left foot, or maybe you've got the pigeon in your chair, which I think is a great stretch, but whatever works for you. Or you do the fancy cradle thing. See, my daughter's expecting a baby next month, so I got to do the cradle thing. My left foot, sole of my left foot and the crook of my right elbow, and cradle. And find that openness that flexibility, and we have to be open to transition. Certainly the weather has transitioned this week. So I'm still hoping for some warm days, but Labor Day traditionally is transition. Who knew we would be here? For 6 months now, we've been in this kind of different point of view, and yet we can transition, we can adapt, we can make changes as we need to do. And come into the seated twist, maybe with your left ankle on the outside of your right thigh or inside, or do your little cross your legs like a lady in your chair, grab onto your left knee with your right elbow, inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Shoulders down with every inhale, straighten your spine, and with every exhale, twist. And inhale, back to center. Extend both legs straight. Remove the flesh. Pashimotanasana, seated forward fold. Reach your heart towards your toes. You can bend your knees as much as you'd like. And when you are ready, find your way to your back for happy baby. Bend your knees, stamp the soles of your feet on the ceiling, grab for the insides or outsides of your feet or your thighs. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. And when you are ready, pull both knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze, and find Shavasana, either corpse pose with your feet straight, roll your ankles out to the side, or maybe you choose the broken bridge with your feet on the edges of your mat, knock your knees together. Or maybe you put your feet up on your blocks or up on your chair. And take a moment now to find gratitude in your heart. Come back to your breath. Give it texture. Notice how your mat supports your body, how your lungs embrace your heart with every breath in and out. Find some gratitude in your heart, for pumping ceaselessly, pumping blood and healing and strength throughout your body. And gratitude for the heart for its ability to have compassion and love and kindness and gratitude. In fact, imagine that you're lying in a field of gratitude. What does it smell like? What does it look like? What does it sound like? and stay in that garden of gratitude as long as you would like. When you are ready to move on with your day, gently bring yourself up to an easy seated pose. Take your time. Show compassion to your body and remember your breath. And once you're seated, take your hands to heart center. Your thumbs are on the other side of your beating heart. How grateful I am. And be grateful for whatever it is that you've been served today, this week. And be grateful for your breath. And we'll close with a community breath. Inhale. And exhale. Together we bow forward. Namaste. And thank you all for being here. I always want feedback if you guys are willing to give it, good or bad.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks a
Carolyn.
lot.
Great class.
Thursday.
I like a little bit of a challenge. That was good. The plank was helpful. I
Oh,
like.
good.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
I
good.
enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Have a
Thanks,
good
Carolyn.
day.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy it too.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Carolyn. I love being coached through the Chaturanga. Thank you for that. That was
Oh,
yay.
cool.
Yay.
Good. Good. Yeah, I've got a couple modifications that I've learned, and so I wanted to try them.
Yeah. Yay. Yeah. I like that you build on it too. I like to keep, pulling it back in. So thank you for next
Yeah.
week, if possibly.
Yeah, next week, and I'm subbing next Tuesday too, so I'm going to subject people to that too,
Okay,
see
cool.
what they think.
All right. Yay. Thanks, Carolyn. Have a great day.
Thanks so much. You too. You too.
Bye.